What is going on, everybody? What's really good? Welcome back to the channel. Pokemon Black and White have been receiving a whole lot of popularity on the internet recently because there's a rumor going around that we're actually getting a remake of Black and White within the next year or so. Me personally, I literally just talked about this like the other day, so I think it's really crazy, but I was like, yeah, I do really think that Pokemon Black and White are overdue for a remake. It's been like 11 or 12 years, something like that now. I think it's really funny that just recently everybody's been talking all types of, oh gosh, we're gonna get Black and White remakes, this and that. There's like a whole bunch of different opinions on the subject too. I've been saying a whole bunch of people say things on the internet like they just want a third game for a trilogy. They would rather just complete a trilogy rather than see a remake. And some people are just like, please do not remake those games and ruin the gems that we already had. We all know Pokemon has a lot of backlash on them like pretty much every day about the fact that everybody in the community just sort of feels like nobody cares about the game at all and that they just keep throwing these out because it's gonna make them money. I would say that the biggest concerns that everybody has with a Pokemon remake nowadays is the fact that most of the time they lack any type of interesting new content. Graphics and animations are usually pretty piss poor when we see a new game too. And also, I'm not even gonna lie, it's 2023. My biggest issue with a Pokemon game nowadays is just the fact that there's no voice acting. So I just think it's kind of wild, but I do see where everybody else is coming from. I don't ask for a lot from my Pokemon games. I've been pretty happy with what we get, but that's only because, like I said, I don't really ask for a lot. I do get what everybody else is saying though. That's why I never try to argue or say anything about it. I'm just the objective speaker. We all know it was a general consensus that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl were really not good remakes, and everybody was pissed about it. So to be completely honest, I really think that Pokemon is running on a really thin line with their fans right now, and I really just kind of want to know if this is actually gonna happen and what they're gonna do with it. But I also want to know how you guys feel about it too. I have a couple interesting questions to ask, and I also just kind of want to see some people answer in the comment section and give me their opinion on what they want if we are to see something Black and White come out within the next year or so. So for my first question, we already know that Black and White had an amazing sequel when Black and White 2 came out. I don't remember how many years after Black and White came out that Black and White 2 came out, but we all know it was an amazing sequel, okay? The game is God tier. I think that it was just really good myself personally, but I think a lot of other people will tell you the exact same thing. So my first question to you guys is, would you guys actually prefer if we got a third game to complete a trilogy of Black and White, or would you guys prefer that we actually do get remakes in a very polished manner where they look really good still? Personally, I think a third game would be a great idea for the series. It might be pretty interesting, and I think it'd be pretty cool to have an entire main series Pokemon game with a trilogy. I think that'd be kind of fire, you know, Black and White 1, 2, and 3. I like the way that that rings personally. My next question for you guys is, how do you want the art style to be for these games if they actually do come out? So I see a lot of people all over the internet, and we all throw tomatoes. We all throw tomatoes at Pokemon for their graphical capabilities nowadays, and the fact that it just seems like everybody else can make a good game with good graphics and it actually runs a lot better than Pokemon does specifically. And it's also just kind of like, you know, those games also have a lot of nice animations and they're wacky when Pokemon does it. I've seen a whole lot of other people showing off art styles that they see in other games that they really think that Pokemon should take after. The most honorable mention for that is actually Octopath Traveler. The game is really good looking and it has a lot of nice battle animations, and I think that it actually takes the cake when it comes to something I would like to see Black and White get remade to look like. I feel like it would really fit Pokemon Black and White's aesthetic if Pokemon actually put some care into it. And for my last question for you guys out there, if Black and White actually did get a third installment, so we did get Black and White 3, what do you guys want like the actual story of the game to be about? What are some features you would be hoping that they add or bringing back, or like how do you feel like they're gonna, you know, pull in from the last game in the series to something new for Black and White 3? What do you think that they would do? How much farther into the future do you think it should go? Also, if Black and White did get a third game, I know you guys are probably all going to answer this the same. We were literally just discussing it, but I know like the art style, okay? So like, I feel like that's like Like everybody's biggest gripe nowadays is art style this, art style that. Oh, your graphics are poor. We don't get battle animations, things like that. Why is my Pokemon not walking behind me and actually keeping up a good pace? Just things like that. But so personally, I feel like, yeah, if we did get a third game, I feel like it'd be very criminal of Pokemon to make Black and White 3 and not give us like an art style that looks similar to Black and White 2, only because I just feel like it would ruin the whole vibe of the game. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I wouldn't play it or I wouldn't buy it, because to be completely honest with you, if it's Pokemon, I'm gonna buy it. However, I just sort of feel like if they did that, it would kind of ruin the aesthetic that they built up like really well for this game. So if we did get a third one, I think that we should stick with the exact same art style, just polish it up and make it kind of look better. You know, like I said, we use Octopath for reference, you know, just a game like that. And it would be really smooth running too if it was on that console. So I just think it'd be a really great idea. If these games actually do end up getting remade or they get a continuation in the series, I know there's going to be a lot of pressing concerns upon whatever Nintendo decides to release about it. So I really just hope that if this does happen, they get it right. Black and White was sort of like peaking the series, so I feel like it would be very criminal of them to actually mess this up. I feel like I said earlier in the video, they're on thin ice when it comes to a lot of the content they give out. So I really feel like they just should try their hardest to not mess this up. Let me know you guys' opinions down in the comment section below, because if you guys know any more information than I do, I would greatly appreciate it. We can talk, we can discuss. I answer pretty much every comment that I get. And so if you guys have anything that you want to say or something you're looking forward to seeing or another topic you want me to speak about, just let me know down below. Subscribe to my channel, please, in the future for more Pokemon news, updates, and things like that. I'm really trying to get into the swing of things here, so I would appreciate it. Your support is going to mean a lot to me. And if you want to get in touch with me, my socials will be on the screen right now for you guys to go see that. And then we can link up there too, and we can keep connecting and chatting. With that being said, let's discuss. Thank you all for watching and have yourselves a damn good one.